welcome back to our YouTube channel. We're back again with another project. My name is Karen Blackbeard, an interior designer and architect here at Artbase Limited. And today I am joined by Livingstone Kome, the lead architect and contractor for this project. This is one of our biggest residential spaces covering 1,300 square meters, and we're so excited to show you.
I can give you a brief background of this project. So we initiated this project in November last year, which is 7 months ago. The client had a very intricate brief, so we had to take in whatever the ideas they had and bring it within the regulations that we had in the development. So we started with a sit down. We had to take the brief of the client, the dream that they had, whatever they wanted to initiate. They wanted to make their own feel, get the hotel look vibe, and they wanted to have many extra utilities that are not in a standard residential house. As we were working on the architectural design, we incorporated also the interior ideas so that we could have one complete design that incorporates all ideas and cater for all requirements that are needed by the interior designer in the project. So we are going to take you through the spaces from the entrance, the basement, and what we can do within this video. We'll have it in the next video.
So this is going to be one of the most spectacular entrances to residential spaces in Kenya. Right above us, we will have an infinity pool. So ideally what will happen is as you're driving through the driveway, you'll be driving underneath the pool.
Yeah, so these are, as you can see them, these are reinforced to support the pool that will be coming up above here. So from this end, as you can see where we have that steel column to the other end, you'll entirely have a pool above. We took this driveway and we didn't want to make it a concrete jungle like the normal driveway, so we're doing 2 strips where the car tires will be on, so the rest of it will be green. So we'll have a mix of green and the earth concrete to make it a bit more lively and reduce maybe the temperatures and the heat emission that comes within the space, so that once you drive in or step out of your car, you don't feel like there's too much heat within the space.
This is just not any ordinary pool. You will have the infinity effect. It's amazing.
And right from the driveway, as we previously stated, this is the parking. So we'll have a garage that fits up 3 cars, and we have a garage store as well where you can fit your spare parts, your tires, and right above it we'll do a bit of gypsum 50mm, have some strip lighting to light the garage. And then from the garage we also incorporated a chef's room. As you can see, this is a chef's bedroom. It's en suite. The client wanted us to have the chef stay around, so we have the DSQs on the other side and we still have the chef's room here. And we also have changing rooms on this side for the guests. So the client entertains a lot of guests, and as you can see, these stairs leads us to the garden where we have a barbecue area where the client can host a lot of guests. So to avoid not having them get into the building, so we created a space that can be used by the guests as washrooms and also changing rooms for any other person using the pool. So these are staircases that lead to the pool also, and the barbecue area garden as well. But before we go up, we'll take you through the main spaces and the main entrance that leads to the first floor that connects to the main garden.
Once you go through the beautiful pivot doors, it leads you into this amazing foyer space. Kome will take us through the architectural aspects of this space.
So from the main entrance, we wanted to achieve privacy gradient in the entire building. So we have this as a foyer space that links now to the top floor where we have the main lounge, dining and kitchen. So we have the floating staircase from this point, and you walk all the way up to the main living room.
The thing that I love about this space is that the architectural design gives me an opportunity to play around with the lighting, and also it creates this amazing 9-meter wall that can create a beautiful focal point for this space.
So from this space, we also have a cloakroom as well. So this is accessible from by guests mostly that will be using this space. You don't have to go up to use the washroom and come down. So we created a cloakroom to this space, and then on this other side we have a gym which you can access from this side. So from the gym you connect to steam and sauna, which we'll show you later. But from here now we'll take you through the lounge, which is on the other side. The space that you're walking into, we have a lounge and a bar on this side. So this lounge, as you can see, there's a corner window on both sides, so it has, gives you a 360 feel of the outdoor space. So from this side it's glass all the way to that side, but there you can open up the doors, and as I mentioned earlier, the guests will be using this space, and in case they need to use the cloakroom, then it's just right along, just next to the foyer, so it makes it easy in terms of circulation. And then this is the bar area which will be used by the guests, and there is a lot that we intend to do on this bar. I think you can take us through that.
Yeah, for sure. So for this space, for the entire space actually, the concept was to do an ultra modern, ultra timeless design. So you'll see from the floors, we'll have marble floors. The ceilings are going to be very flat, very elegant design. And to complement those sort of cool colors, we decided to do the bar in very warm wooden tones, so that we introduce warmth into the space and make it feel very cozy, very homely. So if you walk towards this area, there's going to be a sitting island right here, sitting around 5 people, and the back wall on this side is where we'll have the bar area, a sink area, and just a display for drinks. It's a really social space.
So from this space we had an access to the boutique room. So this it's kind of a storage of the clothes that are not used often. So there's a linen storage, there's the carpet storage, ironing space, there's a sitting space, a dresser. You can do your makeup, you can do, in case you have an event, you can have your everything set up at this place without having the makeup artist or the other people going up into the main structure. So there's it's entirely a boutique setup. The client wanted it to look like actual boutique.
Yes.
So whatever we got for the space was entirely a boutique setup.
Exactly. So for this space, we will have bag displays. We will have your jewelry displays. There are going to be spaces for you to sit down and put on your shoes. There will be so many mirrors. I mean, it's a girl's dream.
From the boutique now we can take you up to the ground floor, because there are other spaces that we have on the other side are the 2 DSQs, which we'll show you later from the kitchen side. But now we can go up to the main sitting room and the main family space that connects to the garden.
Once you get to the landing, on my left you'll see a theater room. To my back, that's one of our guest rooms and the cloakroom for this floor. As you proceed towards this area, there's this beautiful circulation wall right here where we'll have a console. We'll mimic the same kind of cladding that we're doing on the triple volume space on my left. And then as you walk towards my front, this area will be like a breakout space, disconnecting the corridor and the balcony space. We'll have some accent chairs right here, a coffee table, just somewhere you can sort of chill out.
As you can see, this is a sitting space. This is the center piece where we have the TV unit. So from the lobby you can access the sitting room from either sides, and then we have it sunken. It's a sunken sitting room that opens up to the garden area where you'll have wooden deck with the outdoor furniture. And then at this point we decided to utilize this view. As you can see, our sunset is on this side. So what we're doing with this view, we wanted to maximize on the sunset views. Again, you can also connect to the garden. In case you're hosting a lot of people, you can have your guests outside and inside, and then we'll have some shading at the top for the outside area. So we maximize on the space, and we accommodated for other needs that might come.
For the TV area, we wanted to create a really beautiful focal point. Again, we will have a chandelier that's mimicking the chandelier that you saw, that we talked about earlier in the foyer space. We just want this entire area to feel so grand. So as you walk along the second floor, you'll be able to see the two chandeliers flanked on either side.
So as you can see, this window captures a very large view of this space. The land itself is sloping, so you have a vantage point at this point of the entire area. Even if there is a building that is on the other side, you still have enough space, and you can appreciate the views up to the other side of the road. So we were able to maximize on it without affecting the internal comforts. So let's proceed to the dining space, which is also partly connected to the sitting space. You can see the dining space from the sitting room.
This will be an extension of the dining area. Remember, this is a dining set that sits 12 people. We will have it replicated onto the outside. And again, these doors will be able to open all the way. So essentially, this entire space from that area where the garden begins all the way to the end can sit around 24 people. And if we look at the bar area, it can sit around 30 people. So we really tried to cater to the client's brief of hosting a lot of people in this space. If you walk with me towards this side of the room, this has to be one of our favorite kitchens ever.
Yes.
We will have a double island spanning all the way. So the first island will have sitting space. You can use it as a breakfast bar. And the second island will have the cooker and the hob. And towards the back, this is where we'll have all our built-in appliances. Towards my left, this area will be like a wall-to-wall and floor-to-ceiling display for all the cutlery and all the amazing collectibles that the family has gathered over the years.
Something interesting again about this space is we have skylight. So from the kitchen top, at that point you can be able to see the sky. This is our kitchen, where we have our kitchen top. The sink is along this point, but now we created a skylight so you can see to the sky above. So we'll have a continuous fixed glass at this point, so while cooking you can be able to see the stars if you're cooking at night. It gives you kind of a very interesting vibe in the kitchen, makes you feel like you want to cook more. It's just a very interesting concept that we came up with. So this is a show kitchen, that's why it's kind of simple. The cooking and the washing that goes on in this place is not as intense, so we made it as interesting as possible and as good looking as possible. So from the sitting room you can be able to see the outdoor space through this window and the light that shines from the top to this side. So from here then we can proceed to the dirty kitchen.
So this is the dirty kitchen, and I say dirty in air quotes because this is sort of like the hidden kitchen where most of the cooking takes place. It still has top of the line appliances and top of the line cabinetry. In fact, for all the cabinetry that you will soon see in this space, we went and designed and sourced from Turkey. So everything here is amazing quality.
Essentially what you're expecting is what we designed, and it's customized to the client ideal use.
Yes.
So if you love putting your spices below next to your cooking orb, or if you want to have them on top, or you want to have your pull-out pull, whatever you want, we customize it to a specific detail and how you use your kitchen.
Oh yeah, so just to add on what he was saying, for this client particularly, coffee is really an important part of their morning routine, and we had to make sure in their kitchen design that they had a complete designated coffee bar area with all the drawers designed to their specification.
And then from the dirty kitchen and the show kitchen, we made it accessible from either of the two sides. And also we fitted the pantry based on the appliances that we will have stored in the pantry. Also the bottles, we sized them based on the spices that they have, how they store their stuff in their current pantry spaces. So we customized the depth, the shelving as well. So everything was customized to fit to this space, and we just have it ready now. I think it should be coming in a few, and then now we'll fit it out.
So this laundry space is every family's dream. If you can follow me into the space, onto my right side, this is where we'll have shelving and storage for all the detergents, all the things that they may need while they're in the laundry space. And again, right in the middle of this wall, we will have a sink area where you can do just some quick wash-ups. So this laundry space is just It's perfect.
Yeah, and we also have a bit of hanging, storage of linen. Before you move the linen to the linen cabinet, which we have in-house. So we have you iron, you can just store them within the linen storage, some hanging places, some drawers. Those also are customized to the client's requirements. And then from this space, we can proceed outside to the kitchen yard. And just to mention, right below us, we have a water tank that is 60,000 liter in capacity. So we, considering the size of the structure that we have, we were able to fit such a huge tank that will cover the entire water needs in the house. Below it, we are putting our generator space. So as you can see, we've already started the structure. We'll have a wall on this point, and then below there we'll have a generator space and also a wash area, a splash area where you can open your tap and wash something from there. And then as you can see, this staircase now leads us to the DSQ spaces. So we fitted the DSQ into the basement. So we took advantage of the slope. As we mentioned earlier, this building sits on a quarter. So we had to maximize any space that we could to be able to fit the client's requirement. So we fitted 2 DSQs below there. So from the DSQ, people can walk direct into the kitchen, and then we will partly cover this area so you can lock it. So it's accessible from the DSQ to the kitchen. And then now above here we have the balcony that goes all the way, which will have a bit of landscaping, planters. So we are trying to replace as much as possible the greenery that we lost as we're putting up the structure. So we can walk around the balcony and take you to the next space.
So because of the scale of the house, we didn't just focus on interior lighting, we also focused on exterior lighting as well. And we tried as much as possible to have this house have like a night glow. So even if you're hanging out on the balcony during the evenings, if you're walking up the steps, wherever you are, there is lighting for you. There is a mood and atmosphere that we have created for complete relaxation.
And as you can see, at this point, it's an outdoor space that we wanted to do some. It's a lounging space that you enjoy your sunset, so you can have like a sunbath in the evening. As you know, the sunset is not as intense, so you can easily enjoy your sunset from this space. And as you can see, we are at about 2, and the sun is just getting into the space. So we created this space purposely for the client to be able to appreciate that and enjoy the sunset, as well as you overlook the pool and the garden. So it gives you the very nice view of the entire space.
For today, we're going to end our video here. Because of the scale of this house, we were only able to show you the lower ground and the ground floor. We will be taking you through the first floor and the attic floor in our next video, and we're really happy that you've stuck with us this far. If you'd like to engage our services for your construction, your design, and all of that, you can reach out to us on 0706 845 081. We will have all our websites, our emails, our Instagram linked down below. You can find us there. You can also tell us in the comments what you'd like to see from us, and we'll be more than happy to engage with you, to listen to you, and we hope to see you here again. Bye!